Alright guys, and welcome back to another NBA 2K17 MyLeague scenario. In this video, we're going to be seeing what would happen if every starting small forward in the NBA got released into free agency, allowing them to sign to whatever team they want. I already did this scenario with point guards and centers, so if you guys haven't checked those videos out, be sure to check them out. There will be a link to the description of each video. The one for point guards and centers in the description below. There will be links, but yeah, be sure to check those out before you watch this one. Let's get straight into it. Alright, so I've yet to release every starting small forward, but if you don't know how this works, say for the 76ers for example, their starting small forward is Ben Simmons. Well, it would be Ben Simmons if he was healthy, but for this scenario it is Ben Simmons. So Ben Simmons, I would go to release to free agency, and now he's gone. He's in the free agency right now, and any team can sign him right now. So for the Bucks, it'd be of course Giannis Antetokounmpo. Released to free agency, he's gone. So we're gonna do that for all 30 NBA teams, and I'm pretty sure every NBA team will have a new starting small forward in this video. So it's gonna be interesting to see who each team signs and how different and how much this changes the NBA. Like, this could drastically change an NBA team, and it could drastically change who wins the NBA championship. That's gonna be interesting to see. So for the Bulls, alright, for the Bulls, it's gonna be Jimmy Butler, because Rondo plays point guard, Dwayne Wade of course plays shooting guard, and Jimmy Butler, even though it says he's a shooting guard right now, right here, he does play small forward in real life, so we are gonna release him. Cavaliers are losing LeBron James. Alright, and there you go. We released every starting small forward into free agency. And now we're going to simulate to before the All-Star break and see where every small forward has signed. So let's do that real quick. Before the All-Star break, February 16th, simulate through date, and I'll be right back. Alright, so now it is right before the All-Star break. Every team should have signed a small forward by now. We're going to see right about now. The 76ers doesn't look like they signed anyone. The Bucks signed Ben Simmons. The Chicago Bulls signed Rudy Gay. The Cleveland Cavaliers signed Nicholas Batum. The Celtics signed Harrison Barnes. The Clippers signed LeBron James. And now they have a stacked roster. Chris Paul, JJ Redick, LeBron, Blake Griffin, and DeAndre Jordan. If that's not a championship roster, I don't know what is. My prediction to win this championship, I don't even have to look at any other team anymore. I have the Clippers winning the championship. The Grizzlies didn't sign anybody. The Hawks didn't sign anybody. The Heat didn't sign anybody. Hornets didn't sign anybody. The Utah Jazz signed Kevin Durant to their roster, replacing Gordon Hayward. That should be interesting. The Kings didn't lose. The Kings signed Brandon Ingram, actually. The Knicks signed TJ Warren. The Lakers signed Carmelo Anthony, which is where he's rumored to go right now, because he's having issues with Phil Jackson right now. He could either go to Lakers, he could go to Boston too, but so now Melo is on the Lakers. The Magic signed Luke Mbah-a-Moute. Mavericks signed Gallinari. The Nets signed Tobias Harris. The Nuggets signed Gordon Hayward. The Pacers signed Kawhi Leonard. The Pelicans didn't sign anybody. The Pistons didn't sign anybody. The Raptors signed Paul George, and he's now teaming up with Kyle Lowry, DeMar DeRozan, Serge Ibaka, and Jonas Valanciunas. This is my team. to come out the East in the NBA Finals is going to be Clippers versus Raptors. Mark my words, that is my prediction right now. Rockets didn't sign anybody. Spurs signed Andrew Wiggins. Suns signed Otto Porter. You know, I wanted the Thunder to sign Kevin Durant, but it looks like that didn't happen. It looks like they didn't sign anyone. In the loss of Andre Robertson. The Timberwolves did not sign anybody. The Trailblazers signed Jay Crowder. The Golden State Warriors signed Jimmy Butler. And now their starting lineup is Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Jimmy Butler, Draymond Green, and Zaza Pachulia. This is my team to compete with the Clippers. In the Western Conference Finals, I got Clippers versus Warriors if no upsets happen. And the Wizards signed Giannis Antetokounmpo, and this is my pick for the Eastern Conference Finals. Here's my prediction. For the Eastern Conference Finals, I have Wizards versus Raptors. And for the West, I have Clippers versus Warriors. Let's see if my prediction can come true. I want to see your prediction in the comment section below. Who do you think will win the NBA championship? Comment down below. See if you get your prediction right. Why not? It's fun to do. Alright, but we've seen every roster right now. We're going to simulate to the end of the season. Go right to the playoffs. And we'll see what goes down. Well, the 76ers just beat the Warriors by 28 actually, so that's surprising. But now they're on a losing streak. And MVP is Russell Westbrook. When isn't it Russell Westbrook? Every time Westbrook's in the league, he wins the MVP award, averaging some insane numbers. And all of these are the same. Lou Williams wins 6th Man of the Year. I think that's different. Doc Rivers wins Coach of the Year. All NBA first team, you got Russell Westbrook, James Harden, LeBron James, Giannis, DeMarcus Cousins. All NBA second team, Steph Curry, Chris Paul, Kevin Durant, Kevin Love, and Jokic. All NBA third team, Dwayne Wade, Jimmy Butler, Anthony Davis, Kawhi Leonard, and Hassan Whiteside. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings real quick. Look at that. The two teams I picked to meet up in the Eastern Conference Finals have tied for the best record, but the Washington Wizards do have the 1 seed, followed by the Raptors, the Cavs, the Bulls, the Sixers, the Pacers, the Celtics, and the Hawks. As for the Western Conference Finals, look at this. My two teams to meet up in the Western Conference Finals have the same record. Would you look at that? What are the odds of that? Warriors, Clippers, Jazz with Kevin Durant, Houston Rockets, Oklahoma City Thunder, Lakers, Nuggets, and Grizzlies. This should be one interesting NBA playoffs. Here's the playoff bracket. You could pause the video and you could look at it yourself. I'm going to go right ahead and simulate current round. Alright, the Warriors beat the Grizzlies in 6. That's good. The Clippers beat the Nuggets in 6. That's also good. My two predictions are still alive. As for the East, the Wizards sweep the Hawks. That's what I like to see. But the Raptors with Paul George, DeMar DeRozan, and Kyle Lowry lose to the Celtics in 7 games. So now you got LeBron versus Kevin Durant in the second round, Clippers versus Utah. And you got the Warriors versus Thunder, Wizards versus Sixers. Sixers didn't even sign anyone, but they're the 5th seed. I find that kind of funny. And we have Kawhi Leonard versus Harrison Barnes. Let's simulate current round. Well, I was so close having the Western Conference predicted, but if I hadn't picked the Clippers, I would have picked the Jazz because they do have Kevin Durant. Clippers lose to the Jazz in 7 games. Kevin Durant outplays LeBron James. Well, not really. In Game 7, Kevin Durant only had 11 points, and LeBron had 21. But the Jazz did win, so it's the Warriors versus Utah. You have Jimmy Butler versus Kevin Durant in the Western Conference Finals. The Wizards swept the Sixers. Kawhi Leonard beat the Celtics in 6. And now you got Giannis Antetokounmpo versus Kawhi Leonard in the Eastern Conference Finals. Wizards versus Pacers. Simulate current round. And this would have been my second finals prediction. The Warriors completely sweep the Jazz, and the Wizards with Giannis beat the Pacers with Kawhi Leonard. And now both 1 seeds are meeting up in the NBA Finals. You got Jimmy Butler versus Giannis Antetokounmpo making the NBA Finals. Would you look at that? I have the Warriors winning this matchup in 6 games. I think 2K wouldn't let the Warriors lose in the finals anyway. So let's simulate current round. The Golden State Warriors do win the NBA championship with Steph Curry winning the Finals MVP award. They do win in 6 games like I predicted. It wasn't that hard of a prediction though. Giannis in game 6, 23 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists. Jimmy Butler, second leading scorer for the Warriors in game 6. Let's check out the stats for the conference finals teams. So Giannis averaged 20 points per game, was actually third on his team. John Wall and Bradley Beal was ahead of him, but Giannis still did his thing. There's a new big three in Washington who has a bright future, I might say. The Warriors, who did win the NBA championship, had Jimmy Butler, second leading scorer, averaging 23 points. Steph Curry was ahead of him, and Klay Thompson was right below him. As for the Raptors, you got Paul George only averaging 21 points, and DeRozan only averaging 17. DeRozan was a top 10 scorer this season in the NBA in real life. And the Jazz, Kevin Durant averaging 22.3 points, which I think is pretty low for him. He could have had more production. Got Rodney Hood, George Hill. But Kevin Durant did lead this team to the Western Conference Finals, so it's pretty hard to blame him. And LeBron James, 21.7 points, 8.8 rebounds, 9.2 assists. Could have been an MVP candidate, but of course Russell Westbrook, every time he's in the game, he just puts up an insane stat line. Nothing you could do about it. He's always going to win that MVP award. Chris Paul only averaging 7.8 assists with LeBron on the team. Looks like LeBron is the new playmaker on the team. And Chris Paul even averaged more turnovers than LeBron. Well, that's going to bring an end to this video. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. The Warriors do come out on top, so if you predicted the Warriors to win the NBA championship, you are correct. Good for you. And with that being said, I'm out.